I see what ho, chaps and chappets, Game Chap and Bert here. Yes, indeed, fellows, and I dare say we are now investigating Nintendo's rather exciting upcoming lineup for 2015, you know.
We most certainly are, and what better time to do it than this time of the year?
Yes.
And just before we begin, we'd like to say a very happy, blessed, prosperous, and whatever else new year to all you out there who listened to us and supported us through 2014.
Yes.
We hope you'll come back and do the same in 15, and we'll do our best to do our best for you.
Thank you very much, fellows, indeed, and a happy new year to you from us.
Yes.
And of course, indeed, we are taking a look here at, firstly, what came out in 2014 for Nintendo. It was quite a bumper year, old chap.
Well, 14 was a very big year for Nintendo. We had some huge titles come out, such as Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers.
Yes.
Been waiting for ages for those, and very big titles. So they've got a big act to follow. But I think they've got, in the bag, as it were, the things to do that and follow that act.
Well,
so looking at 15.
Yes, are they going to be able to top 2014 in the coming year? That's the question, El Chap.
Exactly.
So what exactly are we dealing with here? Well, firstly, fellows, if you come from Europe, you'll find Captain Toad Treasure Tracker is being released on the 2nd of January, although I think that may have been released last year in the States, El Chap.
Well, yes, it was, yes. Captain Toad was released last year,
Yes.
but it's on the list for 15.
That's right.
Over in Europe area. And, it's quite a fun game. It's a good game. It's been well done. In fact, we're doing a walkthrough for it over on our other channel,
Yes.
Chaps Play. The link's up there. Go and have a look after you've listened to this vid. It's very fun. It's a good game.
Rather fun, I say. So, of course, Captain Toad there. Now, also, Art Academy is coming to Wii U in 2015. Now, another smaller title of some sort there, which involves, of course, drawing, and no doubt that will make use of the gamepad's features to perhaps draw and share your art.
And most certainly, that's right. Now, this is also 2015. We have Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Right.
This is an extremely popular game in Japan.
That's right. Yes, indeed, Monster Hunter 4 is wildly popular out in Japan, although, of course, over here, Monster Hunter 4 has not yet been released in any form. This is the first time we're actually seeing this game in the Western Hemisphere.
It has, and of course, this is on the 3DS. I'm right in saying
That's right, of course, yes.
It's a 3DS game. So, have a look and see what you think of this game when it comes out. We'll most likely be giving it some coverage, no doubt.
Yes.
But yes, it's been very, very popular elsewhere.
I have played the Japanese version. It's very epic, very exciting, fun to play. There's lots of content to enjoy. It's well worth picking up, I think.
Yes, it is. So it's an interesting title.
Yes.
And they have quite a few smaller titles coming out and interesting things like that in 2015. But of course, one of the things that everyone will really be looking at and putting their targets on for 15 is, of course, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. That's on the 3DS. 3D.
That's right, Majora's Mask 3D, fellows. The hotly anticipated follow-up of sorts or remake of the 2001 game Majora's Mask. That was, of course, one of Link's more spooky adventures, I think, and quite a unique outing, old chap.
Well, most certainly it is. Of course, they've stepped up their game, as it were, in making it 3D, making it look better for the 3DS.
Yes.
Some people may argue, well, isn't it just a remake? Well, they're doing their best to put a 3D. You could argue that point, yes.
Yes.
But nevertheless, it's supposed to be 3D. A lot of anticipation around it, so we'll have to see how it goes.
I think, yes, if it was any other company with any other game, they couldn't get away with doing just a straight remake for the second time in a series like that.
Yes.
But, of course, this being Majora's Mask, it's very much loved by the fans. It's got a really classic cult following there for this game, and I think a lot of fans will be hyped about it as such.
It's one of the main, I think, titles so far that we know about this year.
Yes.
Of course, we're reporting to you chaps here on all the things that we know that are relevant at the moment.
That's right.
No doubt Nintendo will introduce more titles and surprises out of the bag, as it were, as we go through 15.
Nintendo always have surprises,
Yes.
That's right, Eldrip. So next up is Codename S.T.E.A.M. Now, this is a new contender from the same chaps who make Fire Emblem and Advance Wars. That is, of course, Intelligent Systems. Now, this appears to be somewhat of a spin-off game, I think, Eldrip. It involves, let's see, Abraham Lincoln fighting aliens. Well, there you go.
So it's one of their... like a spin-off game, I
spin-off,
suppose,
that's right.
On the 3DS platform.
Yes, I think perhaps it's a bit of an XCOM style inspiration there, I think, old boy, so it'll be interesting to see how well that one is received. Certainly, I think the 3DS is the right platform for it.
I think so, yes. I think trying to bring that out on the Wii U, maybe pushing a little bit,
yes.
trying to get big sales. But one that is coming out on the Wii U that may be interesting for some people is Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Well, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. That is, of course, quite an old series now. It's seen many releases over the years on various handheld platforms, although I think, if I'm not mistaken, this may be the first time we've seen it on a home console.
Yes, indeed. It's sort of puzzle levels and things like that.
That's
particular game. It's not sort of going around, Mario smashing Donkey Kong, as it were, in a 3D environment.
It's wind-up toys.
It's like wind-up toys, and it's a puzzle type of game.
Yes.
Which we'll have to see how it goes on the Wii U and what the sales are like.
And next next we come, Pedals, to a new IP here, a new property being, of course, Splatoon. Now, Nintendo have taken great steps to promote this game, and personally, I'm not really that much of a fan of it, old chap. It's a game where you squirt ink at each other and try to control the battlefield using your coloured ink. But to my mind, I just don't see too much interest there.
Well, is it Sakurai who's been on this, or is it the other chap?
I'm not sure actually.
Yes, one of them I think has been working on this, and he's rather interested in it. He's been playing up with Splatoon, etc., so forth. I think I'm right in saying. Coming out on the Wii U, it remains to be seen how you chaps out there and everyone else in the world actually takes this game.
Yeah.
They played it up, but whether we want another sort of paintball game, we don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I don't know if it has the power to compete with Call of Duty or Battlefield, old chap, but we will see. We will see. Then, of course, Mario Party 10. So, if you like Mario Party games, it's the latest Mario Party on the Wii U. If you don't like them, well, you can leave it, I say. But
exactly.
Mario Party games, they're always fairly stable, old chap.
Well, they are. They're always fairly stable. Bringing out another of another again, but there we are. A lot of people like them. They've played the old ones, and now they're no doubt they'll have a go at the new one. But that's nevertheless one of their titles for the earlier part, I think, of 15.
Indeed, of course. Then, of course, coming on to a rather big title on the Wii U, it's Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yoshi's Woolly World, yes indeed. Now, everyone loves Yoshi, no doubt. This is on the Wii U platform, and is apparently a unique platformer for the Wii U.
That's right, this is a very lovingly crafted, it's very much looking as if it's all made from yarn and wool. It has a very cute art style, and of course indeed shows the same kind of artistic innovation that we've come to expect from the Yoshi's Island series. Of course, we had that with Yoshi's Story on the N64, and indeed Yoshi's Island on the SNES too.
Most certainly. Now, as I said, on the Wii U platform, I think it'll be quite a popular title because a lot of people like Yoshi.
Yes, they do, that's true. He's a popular character, old chap, yes.
Most certainly. Now, we mustn't forget, of course, one of the big, heavy-hitting titles this year.
Yes.
And that is going to be the latest title in the Legend of Zelda series, i.e.
Zelda Wii U.
Zelda Wii U, what else?
That's true, and of course this I think is the biggest Nintendo title of the year so far, and actually we do have a couple of interesting insights into screenshots released by Nintendo, I think, old boy.
Well, we do, yes, we've got some larger screenshots they've released here now.
1920 by 1080 resolution here, for
yes, some biggies, and we were talking in our previous videos about this, and about the open world that you've got in this Wii U game they've been bringing out, where Link can just go across the whole world and get huge maps and worlds. A bit like Skyrim, he can explore, but these larger maps, or these larger picture we've got, actually show some rather interesting things that we couldn't see before.
That's right. I mean, for example, you've got down there a goats visible, along with a couple of, they appear to be some kind of villager, I think.
Well, they look like some sort of Japanese or Chinese hats, don't they?
They do, actually. Then, of course, behind them is a cottage you can see there, a very traditional English sort of cottage there.
Most certainly, yes, there's a cottage.
Small stone walls there.
Yes.
In the distance, we've actually got an active volcano over there, old chap.
Active volcano, the village of people there, and he's suggesting sort of settlements or thereof.
Yes. More goats.
Another one, there's perhaps a farmer or something like that.
Yes, a better look there at the village or farmer, as you can see.
Yes, a herdsman.
That's right.
And just over the back there, you can see there's a well there.
A well. There's another cottage of some sort next to that, and of course there we have this strange wooden construction. We don't yet know what that will do.
It almost looks like the mast of a ship, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably some sort of treehouse design.
It's got a ladder on it, and also some kind of windmill, old chap. I wonder what it could be.
Well, this is rather interesting. Whichever way, yes, I see it. Yes, whatever way you look at it,
it's very lavish.
Yes, it means it's not just a load of grass and stones with you riding a pony through them.
No.
But there's going to be things and perhaps even people to interact with as you go through the environment, which does step up the interest of the game quite a lot.
It's a very interesting art style, I think, old chap.
Yes, indeed.
So that is, of course, The Legend of Zelda on Wii U, and then we come indeed to Mario Maker.
Yes, indeed. Legend on Wii U, a lot of excitement around that title. As you say, yes. Now, Mario Maker. An interesting sort of game that they're doing here on the Wii U.
Where you can make your own Mario levels.
You can make your own Mario levels, yes, using the Wii U, gamepad, I believe.
Yes, that's right. And of course, I think the question here is, will you be able to share those levels online?
That's an interesting point. How interesting the game will be, how popular, we don't know. Whether people want to sit there making their levels forever and ever. We don't know whether they just want to play the old levels and be done with it. But I suppose there's a challenge there if you're saying to your friends, look, I've made this level, get through that and see if you can.
I think I can see the fun in it, old boy. It looks quite interesting, I say. Yeah. And of course, we also have Nintendo are teasing us with Flipnote Studio 3D. We've been waiting for that for ages in the West. They got it in Japan ages ago, but they have not yet, for some reason or another, actually released it yet in the West. But perhaps 2000 2015, old chap. Who knows?
Well, this we don't know. It's on the table. This one we don't have a definite for you chaps and chappets whether it's going to be out in 15.
No.
But it's definitely on the table, as we say. As is another title there, The Devil's Third.
Also on the table once more, we don't yet know whether or not that's going to make it in 2015. That's
Certainly.
right. But something we do know for 2015, everyone likes this chap. It's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse or Rainbow Paintbrush.
Yes, Kirby and the Rainbow Paintbrush. Yes, indeed. Kirby, popular chap, on the Wii U, this one, coming out in 2015 for definite. No doubt it's going to be a popular game, and no doubt a lot of fans of Kirby will be looking forward to it.
Yes, but of course in this one you don't actually inhale enemies, do you, old chap? You just control this sort of paintball type Kirby using the stylus, I think.
Ah, yes, you should have said that. Yes.
It's a bit of a variation from
it's not
past
quite
Kirby
like,
ones.
Yes, not in the traditional way, but it's nevertheless a Kirby game, I suppose, yes.
And of course, there we are, Fideos. Another large title on the Wii U is Xenoblade Chronicles X, of course. That's the game where Shulk appears, as you may know.
Yes, indeed, yes. Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U coming out there in 2015. Not sure what the sales were like on the last Xenoblade they did.
It was hard to find, I think, old chap.
Yes,
Quite
indeed.
hard to get that game was, but certainly it has a very loyal and devoted fan base for the Xenoblade game. Many people like the style of the game. It has large and lavish open environments, in some ways perhaps a tad similar to the older Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic game
Yes.
from years ago. Of course, that's Xenoblade with a very large and lavish environment, so we have lots and lots of artistic design and force behind many of the titles this year.
Well, we do, yes, indeed. And I think what we mustn't forget is also, when we're going through these, another big title that's coming out, big for a lot of fans, we haven't seen for years. And that, of course, Star Fox.
Star Fox, of course, we could not forget Star Fox, and indeed also the apparently linked Project Giant Robot and Project Guard, which are apparently part of Star Fox now, according to Mr. Miyamoto.
Most certainly, yes, indeed, yes. They're going to be introducing this sort of style gameplay into the game of Star Fox, but I think we'll be looking forward to, hopefully, seeing some rather good graphics and good gameplay for this game, because it's been a long time since the last one.
It's been a very long time since the last home console Star Fox game, that's right. And of course, I have to chip this one in, old boy. What about a trailer for Metroid at E3?
Ah, interesting point for all you Metroid fans out there. No wonder they were thinking, well, this is great, where's Metroid? Well, we don't know. Metroid, well, yes, could there be a trailer at E3? Could it be that big that they would bring it out the bag? Well, we don't know, we'll have to wait and see.
Rumour has it that they're working on the game, old boy. That's rumours, we don't know for sure.
Well, yes, they are rumours that they could be working on the game, as we said in a previous video, I believe, that since that sort of game, or the Metroid series, is a little bit like, sort of it has Halo feels to it, they'll have to step up their game quite a lot, I think, in terms of graphics and things, and not give us any of the sort of 2D stuff that we had at the last Metroid game.
Well, I suppose so. Of course, it's Nintendo's most mature series, arguably, and
yes.
Of course, therefore the target audience does expect good things, high definition graphics, quality modelling, and character animations, and artwork, etc., and so forth. And all those things take a long time to produce. So we'll have to see what they can do in that regard.
Most certainly, yes. And of course, if you add into all that as well, that as we said earlier, there's loads of games coming out that we perhaps don't even know about, as well as new consoles, both handheld and home perhaps, all sorts of things going on.
That's right, in 2016, Fidelis, the year after this coming on, we may indeed see the possibility of new handheld and or home consoles from Nintendo. There's been rumours of screens being designed and chips being designed and all that sort of thing. And of course, last but most certainly not least, more Amiibos are a certainty.
Well, most certainly, yes indeed. And just on those consoles there, we just chipped that in for 15, because no doubt if they're going to bring it out in 16, they'll be releasing little snippets.
Trailers and tidbits, that's right.
Yes, and tidbits and things of what's going on. So a rather exciting year. So I think, yes, we've had some big titles in 14, but I think that Nintendo are poised with the big cannons to punch some stuff through and fire some stuff off this year, 2015.
I certainly think 2015 is shaping up to be a very good year for Fidelis.
Yes.
What do you think on these titles? What are your thoughts, Isaac? Do you think 2015 will exceed 14? Will it be better? Will it be worse? What's going to happen, I say?
Most certainly, yes indeed. Let us know. It's rather interesting.
Yes, indeed. So there you go, Fidelis. The 2015 lineup for Nintendo, and do stay tuned. We'll bring you more news as and when it becomes available, you'll know.
Oh, we most certainly will, yes.
It's going to be a fun year, I say. We look forward to seeing you again, Fidelis. Join us then, I say. Until then.